Hey, what's up everybody? It is Luke Bello with the Sideline Scoop, and in today's video, I'm breaking down the Packers-Buccaneers game coming up this Sunday, sort of give my final score prediction for this game, talk about some key matchups, some key things to look out for coming up on this game on Sunday. So if you were to take a look at both these teams up to this point in the season, through the first, 5 weeks of the season, we got the Packers, of course, at 4-0, a nice undefeated season so far, coming off a bye, which of course is good for them considering Devontae Adams had some injury problems. Kenny Clark was injured as well, so hopefully after having this bye, they've been able to recover, and they both did practice on Monday, so hopefully, crossing my fingers, I hope they both play coming up on Sunday. And then of course we got the Buccaneers, 3-2 so far, just losing to the Bears 19-20 last Thursday. And honestly, I didn't expect too much from the Bears this season, but they seem to be proving me wrong. And they've only lost like one game so far, and the fact they're able to beat the Buccaneers with Tom Brady, obviously that's a pretty good team. Basically a pretty good team right there. So of course we got the Packers 4-0, Buccaneers 3-2. And so coming into this matchup, I honestly think it's going to be a shootout. We got Aaron Rodgers on one of the best offenses in the NFL, if not the best. The Packers are averaging 38 points per game, which is first in the NFL. So you could say they are the best in the NFL when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. Then of course we got the Patriots. I wrote the Patriots so many times. Tom Brady being on the Buccaneers sort of messes my mind up. But the Buccaneers are averaging 27.3 points per game. So 14th in the league, about mid area, I guess you could say, for NFL teams. So I do think, of course, when you always have Aaron Rodgers, when you got Tom Brady, I really do think it's going to be a shootout. Of course, the Bucs D is insanely talented. They are very solid. They are second in total yards allowed and third in yards per play. So of course, the Packers, being one of the most high-powered offenses in the NFL, led by Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be hard to stop the Packers. The Buccaneers, even though they are good, I don't think they're going to be able to stop Aaron Rodgers in this game. I do think that Aaron Rodgers is going to continue on his hot streak that he's been on so far, being one of the best quarterbacks in the league, as he has been for years and years. But of course, this is going to be a good battle, a good challenge for this Packers offense. And the Packers have had lots of injuries on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to the receiver position. But of course, hopefully, Devontae Adams will be back this week. Lazard, of course, is out for at least the next few weeks, being on the IR. But I still think the Packers have sort of shown us in these past few games that, when a certain guy goes down, other guys will come in and step up. Of course, we had Robert Tonyan last week, scoring 3 touchdowns. Of course, we have Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams as well. This offense is stacked, and I do think that Aaron Rodgers is going to do insanely good against this Bucs defense, but it is going to be a challenge for this Packers team, definitely. If we sort of take a look at this Bucs defense, they lost one of their biggest guys last week. I think his name is Vita V. I don't know how you say his name. Sorry, Buccaneers fans, if you're watching this. I don't Vita V, something like that. But he is out for the season. He is a defensive tackle for the Buccaneers. And lots of people were saying that, I was doing some research, that the defense is sort of built around him and that he is definitely going to be, a big loss for this Buccaneers defense. But, regardless of that, this defense is still one of the best probably in the NFL. So it's definitely going to be a good matchup. Going to really see if this Packers team can keep it up against a very, very solid Buccaneers defense. Of course, we got the Patriots with Tom Patriot. I keep saying Patriots. I mean Buccaneers. Goodness gracious.
Stop it. Get some help.
Buccaneers. Sorry, you know what I mean. With Tom Brady, anything can happen. Of course, up to this point, they haven't looked like insanely good. I think some people thought the Buccaneers would be like lights out, would be undefeated up to this point in the season with Tom Brady coming in there. But it hasn't really looked like that so far. But I think just with Tom Brady, anything can happen any week. So you can't just sort of, sleep on Tom Brady. And that's why I do think it's going to be a shootout. With this Packers defense, we're like probably middle of the line. Of course, we have some great players on this team. But at the same time, we still have some struggles when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. And if we take a look at the Packers stats so far, they're starting 25.2 points per game, which is tied for 18th in the league. So, not great. Middle line, tied for 18th in that stat category. But with a high-powered Bucs offense, it's definitely going to be a tough one for this Packers defense. Chris Godwin should be back, it seems, this week after being injured, I think, for a few weeks. So he will be Tom Brady's number 1 wide receiver. Of course, we got Mike Evans as well. And so, honestly, this Bucs team has so many weapons on the offensive side of the ball. They have Rob Gronkowski, who hasn't looked like insanely good so far. Of course, he's getting a little bit older along with Tom Brady, but, Rob Gronkowski is still a solid player. And then, of course, they got Ronald Jones, who in the past 2 games has had 2 back-to-back 100-yard rushing games, averaging 5.86 yards per carry. So the fact that the Packers defense has had trouble in the past stopping the run, with a guy like Ronald Jones, who is very, very talented, very good running back, especially in these past couple games, it's going to be a test for the Packers defense for sure. So that'll be a good matchup to basically watch out for. And of course, they got Leonard Fournette, of course, to back up Ronald Jones. So overall, honestly, two very, very high-powered offenses. The Bucs have a pretty solid D. But, the fact we got Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, I think it's like America's Game of the Week coming up this week, and it's going to be a shootout. That's my prediction. Who knows? I think it'll happen. We'll see if it happens. But my score prediction is going to be Packers 38, Buccaneers 31. So I do think the Packers are going to pull out a win on this one. But I think it's going to be a closer game than the Packers have sort of seen, throughout these games so far this season. I do think it's going to be a close one. And the fact that the Bucs have such a high-powered offense, and of course, with Tom Brady, I think the Packers defense is going to be tested. I think it's going to be a tough one for this Packers defense. Hopefully, we can hold them to, less than 31. I'm just sort of looking at this and sort of thinking that could be, I just think it's going to be a high-scoring game. So I'm going to give the Packers a 7-point win against this Buccaneers team. But let me know down below what your score prediction is. I honestly want to see, from both sides. You got Buccaneers fans. Maybe you'll think the Packers will win. Packers fans, you'll think the Buccaneers will win. I don't know. But I think the Packers will win. I think the Packers are going to be 5-0 after this game against the Buccaneers. But I do think it will be a very, very, very good game. I think it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be fun to watch. But that's basically the things I wanted to break down. Just give a little overview for this game coming up on Sunday. But if you guys watched this far, thank you so much. I would appreciate if you hit the like button down below. Helps push out the video to more people. Gets more people coming on to the video, watching the channel. So if you wanted to do that, that would be very much appreciated. But thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see some more NFL content, some more Packers content coming up in the future, make sure you hit the red subscribe button down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Go Pack, go baby.